Hi Gemini, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm doing your general messages for the next 2 weeks, so let's get straight into it. First card you got is Time to Go, and it says here, one second, you are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. So there might be something that you're in some sort of transition where you are leaving something behind and the next step hasn't yet come. And then we have the full moon in Virgo, and it says you are good enough. So it's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humbled to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests that you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got to where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second-guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. So it really is about, I feel like there's something that you need to let go of or release. But maybe you're worried that, you aren't good enough for this new life that you're going towards. What happens if, for example, you leave someone behind and you don't find other love, because how could anyone love you, how this person did? Or it might be that, there's a job or a project that you're working on and it's kind of like, I can't leave that behind and I want to move to something that's like more in alignment for what I truly want, but like, what if I'm not good enough, like that type of feeling. And then we have Beaver Spirit, and it says lay a solid foundation. Beaver Spirit is here to tell you about a power living within you that is born of spirit, the source from which all life arises. This is the power to establish the sacred connection with the universal consciousness so you can deliberately co-create the world you desire. Know that it takes work, determination, and sustained effort to co-create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams. If, with spirit as your partner, you bring the twigs and branches of your intentions and desires and spread them across the river of time, you'll be amazed at what you can do. You will find that you can even change the direction of the flow of life. You can ensure that your world will be prosperous and purposeful, filled with love and joy, and rich with magic and meaning. That which you desire will come to you and remain sustainably if you build on a sturdy foundation. Keep your intention and energy consistent and deliberate, using all your resources and the energy of this wonderful, productive time. Have faith, for with Spirit to co-create with you, your success is assured. Spirit is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life in the way your heart desires. So yeah, you are definitely changing the course of your life right now. And I see that, Gemini, and it's kind of about being able to, like, the first step is to be able to release. The second step is to know that you are, good enough for whatever's coming your way, and maybe building on your own self-confidence. And then it's about, making a plan and putting in the work and having that determination and that drive to consistently kind of create the life that you want and go down that new path. So let's see. For Gemini, let's see what is coming in for Gemini for the next 2 weeks. What are the messages and what does Gemini need to know? Okay. So we have the Three of Wands, we have the Four of Wands progression, we have the Queen of Cups, that's Cancerian, Scorpio, and Pisces energy, the Six of Pentacles, the Moon, more Pisces energy, and the Hanged Man, even more Pisces energy. Bottom of the deck then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn energy. So with the Page of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, this is about you putting in that groundwork. This is about you laying this foundation that the Beaver Spirit is talking about, and really kind of starting to kind of direct your efforts on this new path, putting in that little bit of work a little bit at a time. Three of Wands is your focus. So there's something that you're wanting to do and you're having patience with it. I do feel like maybe you're kind of like, unfortunately, like waiting for this situation to happen so that you can make the move. Whatever it is though, like you could be, at a distance from someone that you're close to, or maybe even just an emotional distance is what you could be focused on, that you're waiting for that to come in. But I do just see you kind of, being patient, planning for the future, ready to kind of make that move as soon as the timing is right. Then we have the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is in your work and your business and your 3D world, your career, that type of thing. So with the Four of Wands being here, this is also about your foundation. Four of Wands is definitely about a solid foundation, but it's also about being able to kind of celebrate the milestones. So if you have been waiting for something like to make a move, it's coming soon, and then you are going to be able to celebrate the fact that you did kind of take that step. It could have to do, with your house and your home as well, because with the Four of Wands, it is closely related to your home. But because it's in your business or your work or something like that, maybe that's your work with something to do with homes, maybe like property development or real estate or, mortgages or renting or something like that. But, that won't resonate for everyone. But the Four of Wands is just about, really building that stability so that you can get to that next milestone. You probably will be celebrating moving up or moving forward with something with your career. Then we have the Queen of Cups, and this is in your connections and relationships, platonic and romantic, as well as your feelings and your emotions. So I do see you having a lot of love for someone, if not love, very strong feelings for someone. But at this time, even though you have that love, that genuine kindness towards them, and maybe possibly even concern, for some reason that word is coming up, maybe you're concerned about someone in your life, but you're kind of holding back on giving to them right now and more kind of focusing on giving yourself the love that you need. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. So in your mind, you are like thinking about wanting to kind of bring balance into a situation. You might want to maybe help someone out at this time. Maybe that's the message here with why I got concerned with this for some reason. You're concerned about someone and you want to be generous with them, give them your time, your effort, possibly even finances, but really just kind of, balance something out. And, you can't always help everyone, but maybe I feel like there's someone that is here that this person that you're concerned about is someone that you're like needing to leave behind in some way, and it's kind of like, you can't constantly be giving to this person. Maybe they're not meant to go with you on this new path. Then we have the Moon here, and the Moon is in one of your goals or your desires. So there could be a lot of fear that you're dealing with at the moment. Like I said, maybe fear that you're not good enough, or fear that you don't have that confidence that you need to move on to the next step. Or I just feel like you aren't looking at yourself right now in a way that is actually the truth. Like you could be seeing yourself in these like illusion based in fear, basically. And it's making you feel really emotional as well. So with the Hanged Man then as the outcome, it's kind of like, you are going to need to continue to be patient. You might be feeling that you're stuck in this situation, like not able to move forward. But while you are stuck here, it is also showing me that you are going to be able to see things from a different perspective. And maybe that might bring you the clarity that you need to kind of move forward in what direction it is that you want to go in. But there's something that you need to release, because there's nothing left here for you. There's nothing left here for you to learn. There's nothing for you to be here. There's nothing in this situation for you to do, so you might as well walk away from it, but something's making you stop or hesitate or something like that. Okay, so let's see for Gemini. Okay, so I want to see, what is the Three of Wands? We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. So firstly, you could be dealing with someone who's like quite immature, and maybe that's why you have some sort of emotional distance from them or physical distance. But it also is that maybe you're waiting for things to happen, because you're kind of like stuck in some sort of illusion, like you're kind of overthinking a situation and being like, oh, that will never work for me, like, you know, I know, like, you know, people win the lotto every day, but like I won't, and I know I won't. So that's like, it's like that type of mindset that's keeping you stuck. We do have the Lovers here, so you do need to make some sort of a choice here, and I feel like that's why you're waiting, because you're like, I don't know what the right decision is. It very likely could have to do with the soulmate in your life, but the message here, whether it's something to do with the soulmate, or whether it is, you know, got to do with work or just a decision of some sort, the message here is to make this decision from your heart space. So what is the Four of Wands? We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely planning of moving forward, possibly even traveling in some way, when it comes to your work, or just maybe going to a new location, or, you know, just planning that at this stage. But again, there is a decision to make here, and I feel like once you've made this decision, you'll get to that Four of Wands where you can actually celebrate this movement forward. And then we have the King of Pentacles. It's definitely going to help you with your finances, and make you feel, it could be that you're actually starting your own business here when you're moving from a job or company and leaving that behind and starting your own business. Maybe you've already started the business, but now you're kind of like in between at the moment, where you're like still holding on to the job because of the foundations and the stability of that, but then also, you know, trying to get to the place where you can leave the job behind so that you can fully focus on your business, and you're planning to make a move about that. Otherwise, it's just from one job to another that might bring you more financial abundance. So what is the Queen of Cups? We have the Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. So I feel like someone that you have a lot of emotions for, and for some reason, like I said, you have some sort of concern for them. It's either that, you know, they've become like in the public eye, or they have like lots of people looking at them in some way, or maybe you might feel like you're manifesting in some sort of successful relationship with them, where like you are going to be feeling appreciated more, and like they're actually going to like value you and like just see you for who you are. This is also Leo energy here, and with the you are not good enough, with, I know that's Virgo energy, but it's like, or sorry, you are good enough, but the feeling of you not being good enough is kind of working on your own self-confidence. So I do feel like that is something that you need to give yourself that self-love for, to be able to build up your confidence in some way, to like put yourself out there in a way where you don't even, like it says in here, you don't need to be flashy or anything. It's just putting yourself out there and being like silently knowing you are good enough. Like you have everything that you need to make the situation happen. So take charge of your own destiny. And then what is the Six of Pentacles? We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, like I said, this could be the person that you are like concerned about, that you have a lot of love for. Wow, and then we have the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so lots of repeating cards. So with the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, it does show me that you want balance with your romantic life with this person. You feel like, you know, you might want to help them in some way, but it's kind of saying you first have to help yourself, and fill up your own cup and give yourself your own energy and your own love and all of that stuff before you're able to help someone else. Focus on your stability right now, and that might bring you into a form of connection as well, if you are able to really kind of put that energy into yourself. It could also be that, you know, there's this person that you love a lot, maybe in the past, that you've felt that you've been breadcrumbed in some way, and, you know, things will be moving forward to a more stable place and bringing in balance between the two of you. I feel like it happens the more that you put love into yourself, the more this balances the connection out. So what is the moon? Okay, that's way too many, but I did see the King of Swords. Again, too many, just one please. Oh my god, we're getting the whole deck here. What's the moon, please? Just one card. Let's start over. What is the moon? Thank you. So we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. Again, some sort of immature energy. But I also feel like you have like a lack of drive right now. To move forward in this goal that you have, because you feel like maybe you're being underappreciated, or you feel like the new path isn't something that like you're good enough for. We have the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Like, I just feel like you're overthinking the situation and you're letting your fears get in the way. The Eight of Swords is always about feeling stuck or trapped, like you can't move forward. But with the Eight of Swords, the main message of this is that actually this feeling of being stuck or trapped in a situation is actually all in your own head. It's your thoughts that are actually making you think this in some way, and that are keeping you stuck. And you can make that decision to kind of cut yourself loose from these ropes and unblind yourself and start seeing the truth for what it is. And the truth is that you've got what it takes to be able to go down a new path. So what's the Hangman? We have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So it could be that someone from, you know, that someone that you feel has either like abandoned you in some way or rejected you is going to maybe come back. Someone who's really hurt you a lot. Someone there was like a very painful ending with, is going to maybe come back and try and see if they can get your help with something, and it's going to make you feel like stuck in the situation, because you're like, well, do I help them? Do I not? Is this going to put me back in time? Is this going to, you know, mess with my own confidence again? Like, how do I move forward in this place? It could also be that, you know, you're coming out of a time of having very difficult financial issues, like things, maybe you've lost your job in the past, or you lost some sort of business, or you know, there was money issues, and now that you're finally kind of clawing your way out of this like rock bottom basically, you're starting to feel like, you know, stuck in some way, like you're like, I'm never going to get past this, I'm never going to get out of this. But it is about seeing things from a fresh perspective, knowing that you will actually get there. Okay, so let's move on to your love reading, Gemini. Now, this could have all been about love. But this is now specifically about love, if all of these cards would stop flying all over the place. Okay, let's see. So how does Gemini feel? We have lusting, forbidden, non-committal, and sexual energy. Bottom of the deck, we have broken, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. You might feel like you are really wanting, you're still highly attracted to someone that maybe has broken your heart, or has like hurt you in some way, but it is also about maybe you're just in a very like sexual energy at the moment, or passionate energy I should say, for the next 2 weeks. But you've also got this thing of like, you know, maybe you're not willing to commit to something right now, because, you know, because of being hurt in the past, and you're like, you know, I'm willing to kind of like hang out and see, can we be like, you know, cuddle buddies or whatever more, but I'm not really willing to kind of commit to something just yet. So how does Gemini's person? Okay, so we have hopeless, sinking, despair, and falling apart. What is going on with your person? Releasing, letting go, moving on, and walking away. So maybe your person feels like they're the one who needs to leave the situation because you're not fully committed to it. They might feel like you don't feel attracted to them in some way, and that might be, you know, a fear of theirs, but your fear is like, you know, not like maybe settling down in some way. So what is the outcome between these two? You could be feeling like you're really attracted to the person that you're like hanging out with at the moment, but like you're like, this isn't, you just feel like they're not your like happily ever after type of thing, and like you're worried to leave them behind, because what happens if you never find someone as good as this person, like, you know, that is going to treat you as well as this person does. And then we do have fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, and fantasize. So I did say that maybe you're in like a non-realistic state here with the Page of Cups in the reverse, like, you know, stuck in illusions or something, feeling very conflicted, decisions hot and cold, and multiple choices. Like I feel like you don't know what to do, like you fantasize about this person, but you also at the same time like, I don't know if it's good for me, if it's not, you know, should we do this, should we not, that type of energy. Okay, so let's get some romance angels for you, Gemini. So what's going on for Gemini? What's coming in the next 2 weeks? And one more. Okay. So we have firstly religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. We have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Like I said, there's this kind of lusting energy here. And then we do have unrequited love. There's not enough attractional chemistry to keep this relationship going. And I feel like that's on your side, Gemini. Like I feel like you aren't fully committed to this for some reason. But you still have a lot of passion for them, and like you enjoy your sex life with them, or you know, but religious factors, maybe it's just your values are just too different, and you don't see if it's possible that you guys can, you know, have a full relationship if you guys just believe in something completely different. And then we do have release your ex at the bottom of the deck. So the time has come to clear your energy. Okay, so let's see. So I am going to get some messages from your person. This is usually for people in separation, so please only take what resonates. So what would Gemini's person say to Gemini? Okay, so we have I hide behind material things. We have I want to tell you how I feel. And we have I can't stop thinking about you. Bottom of the deck, then we have my life is not as together as it seems. Yeah, it does seem that way from the cards anyway, but maybe to you, you feel like they're doing well or whatever that is. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope it resonated. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys again either next week for your for your love reading, or the following week again for your general messages. Take care.